Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special video because Zhiyun sent us, they were so kind to send us two lights, the Zhiyun Molus B500 and the Molus X60 RGB. You know that we don't do the typical reviews like technical reviews. You have a lot of them in YouTube. You can find about specifications. We're more in how these lights work in the real life, you know, in real situations. I was looking for a really powerful light because with the 300s that I had, I felt like sometimes when you're fighting against the sun, it was a bit on the limit of power, you know, because we're usually shooting indoors, daylight, nighttime, and sometimes I don't have the space or I don't have the crew to carry a lot of lights or modifiers and stuff. So I wanted to build a minimal rig with a couple of lights, and maybe 2-3 practicals, and we love this, you know, these lights because the Molus 500 is a portable light. I like that it doesn't have a control box. I like that it's connected directly to the, you know, to the power, and it's small for the wattage. Is insanely small. Paired with the other light, with the X60 RGB, it's insane to build a lot of configurations. For example, we're filming now a documentary and a short film, and we found situations where we have to simulate daylight. We place a couple of lights outside the kitchen and we had this blast of light. On the other side, we have to film a scene in a workshop where the X60 was our main light. It has this little modifier, and what I did was, because they have their own mount, and I bought the adapter to bounce mount so I can attach any light modifiers that I have. As you can see here with the Chimera from Zhiyun 2, it's super nice because it has these curves where you can control all the lighting, all the spill, everything. So I wanted a toppy light, and then in the background you see the Molus B500 blasting like with a different color temperature, which gives this like moonlight feel. For this documentary it was nighttime already, but I knew that with the B500 we had the power to make it look like daylight. So we blasted through the windows, hitting the character from the left side. As you can see, we put some diffusion, half stop diffusion on front of her, so it's not like you know, giving a hard shape on her face. And we left the spill naturally bounce back from the right side because the walls were white, and I wanted this like this vibe of raised ambience, you know. I didn't want a moody shot for this morning scene. And then in the background, in the window that you see on the left, the X60 RGB is at 60-70% more or less, giving some shape and some light in the background because we felt it was staying a bit dark for what we wanted. I was looking for a couple of lights that I could pack in a backpack, because sometimes I go with a couple of tripods, some modifiers, and 2 backpacks, one for the camera, one for the lights. I don't want to be carrying like a lot of stuff, you know. So this combination of lights, I find that they're super versatile because I wanted hard lights, you know. Soft light, you can't never do it hard, but the opposite is true. With hard light you can soften it, you can modify it, you can shape it. So I wanted 2 spotlights, and I was more than pleased because at the same time we were filming a short film with some friends. So I helped them with 2 lights, practicals to shape everything, and you can see these scenes here. For example, in this shot we use the Zhiyun B500 from the right. It's blasting through softbox with the grid to control the spill, and we put a bounce on the left side of the character to, you you know, to give it some shape. As you see, the practical is on the back, and the background is lit with a different color temp. It was like a 6K 500 more or less, to give it like a moonlight feel. We put a plant in front of the light to create some shape. Then you have this nice scene, nighttime, with a couple of lights, simple to use and to create nice scenes like this one. So yeah, I find that the versatility, the fact that you can make some effects, because the X60 you can create effects, you know, you have the police, TV, all this paparazzi effect, all these things. You can change color, which is nice when you want some ambient light, nighttime, exterior or whatever. You can mix and blend those two. So it's super nice, you know, the versatility I love, because the X60 RGB, you can use it with a battery, so that's for me life changer. You can hold it handheld, you can use it as a kicker, you can use it as a backlight. I use this in this scene as a key light, as you see. You can use it as a bounce on the ceiling to make some feel. Then you have the Molus B500, which, trust me, even in daylight, it will give you enough output to fight the sun in interiors, you know. It's not like 1K 200 light for sure, but with this size, it's insane. So with these two lights, you can do what you want. Obviously, if you're filming some more complicated stuff, you want to add more lights. But with a couple of cheap practicals like we had in this scene, which they are like LEDs from Amazon, and a couple of lights, you can sort a lot of stuff, especially for content creation, documentaries, when you need like to be fast, to be lightweight. With a bit of imagination, you have a lot of configurations with only two lights, and makes you think on how to position it, where to bounce, how to soften them. So I think it makes you grow as a cinematographer, to put you limitations and only have two lights instead of carrying like 5-6 lights, because then you get lost. For now, it's going to be our go-to setup for this kind of small shootings, where people are not expecting maybe lighting, but you want anyway to do it nice. So thank you, Zhiyun, for sending these lights. We loved how they work, you know. And check out the links below for more information, or to go to their website, and see you next time.